Dark side of the stream, Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens. Watching documentaries so you don't have to. 104.7 The Cave.
Is that Herbie Hancock? Who made that song?
It's Beverly Hills Cop, dude.
No, but was it Herbie Hancock that made it?
No, I don't think so.
Who made the theme song?
Hey, okay, 104.7 The Cave.
Hey, here we are.
By the
Are we
way,
already
Dark Side of the
recording?
Stream, I hope he was. If you didn't get that
No, he didn't get all
intro,
that.
please tell me you
He
got that
didn't get that
intro.
intro.
You got the intro?
All right.
You got that whole thing?
All that time we were
That's
recording.
great. Keep it.
We're getting
That was awesome.
more professional.
Probably the best content we've had in the last 5 episodes. And if you
was
were
it Herbie
recording, Tyler,
Hancock though that made that song? It sounds like a Herbie Hancock.
look
song.
up who did the song for Beverly Hills Cop, theme song for Beverly Hills Cop. Anyway, I'm Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens, Dark Side of the Stream, episode 257. We did Being Eddie on Netflix.
God.
Really, really cool documentary, especially if you're kind of in the same age group as we are, where, Eddie Murphy, for a time period, arguably one of the biggest movie stars and comedians in the entire world. Dude did not,
no wrong.
literally did not miss.
And does not age either.
Dude. I mean,
beautiful man.
Bro.
Beautiful man.
Okay, first, good genes. Because you look at, unfortunately, his brother Charlie passed away of cancer, which is just the horrible thing.
Bummer, because he was the fire of the relationship.
Charlie was, you could tell it in the documentary, too, when he brought up Charlie, like, he definitely missed him a lot.
Yeah, I was a big boy, big brother, protector.
But, yeah, good genes, man, because they both looked, even up until like Charlie passed, like they still looked really good.
And just
good
such
genes.
a calm individual, just like.
Well, so you were like, good-looking guy. I laughed because, like, you made the first thing that you said when we were watching. He's like, "Oh my God, that house, dude. That house."
I was gonna get to
bro,
the house.
bro. The house.
That house, man.
I just want to point out, guys, like, good genes are part of it, but money is a bigger part of it. And the reason that he still looks good and he is so calm is if you had that much money, just with relation to the type of house he has in where it is,
bro, that house,
it's like
a resort.
He doesn't have to worry about anything forever. So, like, at a certain point, like, what kind of stress do you think a person like that actually has?
Which ventriloquist puppet to buy
Now, which
women,
we're going to do a whole segment about the ventriloquist
probably
thing.
some women stress.
But I think overall, just as an overview going into this, I think it was really nice to see, him. You can kind of get the vibe that he's trying to say, hey, I want to make good on everything. I want to be a cool dude,
kind of full circle.
At least that's the kind of vibe I got.
Gosh,
he died, which again, I think it's pretty nice that he's doing that because, again, back to the house, when you're a person like that and you have that kind of money, there's no reason for you to be nice to anyone at all. Like, there's no reason for you.
There's probably not a reason to have a house that massive.
Well, yeah,
like,
but you know what I mean. Like, if he can have that kind of pull.
Oh yeah, if you got
like,
that
there's
cheddar.
no reason for him to go on a PR tour. Like, is he hurt? He doesn't give me the vibes that he's got like a gambling problem.
No.
I don't think he's doing like massive amounts of drugs and just wasting his money.
Like he's just chilling these days.
That's what I'm saying. So again, like, when I was watching it, and that's what I told you, was I felt like it was almost kind of like a, hey, these are the cards and this is it. We're cool, blah blah blah, whatever. But I felt like at the same time he didn't really need to do that if he didn't want to. So I guess it's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it was just nice, I think, to tell his story. He probably was reluctant to do it. I feel like he kind of seems like he's kind of a quiet, secluded person.
And going into that, this is what we call a tease. Next up, we're going to talk about how this thing all got started. It's Dark Side of the Stream on 104.7 The Cave.
Dark side of the stream, Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens. Watching documentaries so you don't have to. 104.7 The Cave.
Dark Side of the Stream, 104.7 The Cave. Jay Stevens, Mike the Intern, episode 257, Being Eddie on Netflix. Harold Faltermeyer was the guy's name who wrote the theme song for
Just a
Beverly
random
Hills Cop.
electronic keyboard guy. Early days of keyboard music.
The next one I want you to look up is who did the Bow Bow. Dave Bow Bow.
Boom.
Beautiful.
Was that from
I need
Ferris
to know.
Bueller?
Yeah. I need to know that one too. Just off of the side. This is a sidebar. Anyway, we did Being Eddie, and before the break, we talked about how. Really, in my opinion, and after watching this documentary, you got to agree with it. Eddie Murphy got to start. And like I said, this was a big one for us because all these movies we grew up with, we love them. And it's so crazy that this guy wanted to be a ventriloquist. Like, that's how but he couldn't get the mouth thing going. But what he could do...
Very hard to talk. Have you tried moving their mouth?
Yeah, the guys that do it, I don't know. I really don't know. It's like crazy muscle control with your mouth. I don't even know how the hell you would pull it off. But what Eddie was able to do through that was to create all these. That's where the voices came from. That's where all the characters that, I mean, you see his trajectory once he gets to Saturday Night Live, and he's able to then kind of branch out into these characters,
Gumby, Buckwheat,
all that stuff, and lean on to these things. Where then, later on there are some movies where I think like Beverly Hills Cop specifically, it's like just, hey, Eddie Murphy's a cop. And, you know what I mean? Like, but especially in the comedy stuff, and when he was going up, like he had that stuff he was so good at doing all kinds of different impressions. And it's just crazy to think that it all started with ventriloquism. You like that stuff? You know what? You probably hung out with some in L.A. or something, like doing your magic stuff. Come on, you went on the street hanging out like you and a ventriloquist got in a fight over a girl or something.
I don't think so. But it would be.
He came up and he has a dog. He's like,
I saw
you hitting on that lady. Bro, what are you talking about?
Is this the guy you saw?
I saw him grab her. Hit the guy. Listen, that dog's lying. I don't know what you're talking about. That never happened?
No.
God, it sucks.
I wish now at this point.
Gotta been a great story. Well, I don't either. The only ventriloquist story I know is that famous one, Jeff Dunham, Jeff something, Jeff D, huh? Dunham? Yeah, Tyler definitely knows this guy.
Got Talent or something.
One of my best friends in high school. He, for some reason, ventriloquist dolls like really bug him out, like hard. It's to the point where at the time, like Netflix started going on, you could still do it, but like you could go through and like rate stuff, He would go through every one of his specials and rate it with zeros because he hated him so much. Like, that's on a level of grudge. I don't understand. Anyway, back to Eddie Murphy. So yeah, I think if I was to pick anything that I was like eye-opening, was that, because I didn't know. Did you know that?
No, mine, the eye-opening part more was how they really emphasized that up until him, they didn't really think that a black guy could have a leading role.
Which is crazy because
crazy because there was so many stars. But when I thought back, I was like, he's kind of right. Like as far as like the leading guy, so Hollywood just wasn't quite ready. The claim
is basically that Eddie is the crossover. Is the one that said, "Hey,
this can work."
And maybe that's why he lives in a house that big. Because if you were the chosen one of anything, what kind of house would you have?
Yeah, I'd have a special room for Tyler.
You already got a special room for Tyler. It's Dark Side of the Stream. We'll be back. 104.7 The Cave.
Dark Side of the Stream. Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens. Watching documentaries so you don't have to. 104.7 The Cave.
104.7 The Cave. Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens. It's Dark Side of the Stream. Episode 257, we did Being Eddie on Netflix. Tyler found out that the Bow Bow song was by a Swiss duo called Yellow, without a W.
Again,
it goes just to the O, right?
Person.
Yello.
Yellow and some other voices, right?
No W. That's it. They don't want the W.
No W.
Swiss
Yellow?
guys. Yeah. They bow. Man, how could you, like, you just sitting at a bar one night and there's this kind of guy who's got a weird accent and you're like, so what do you do? He's like, that song and Ferris Bueller?
I created that song. I don't know. That was my Danish accent, right? Yeah, I made that song. I took keyboard, I pushed 2 buttons, next
No,
song.
it was all vocal stuff.
Now,
They recorded
every accent I do, it ends up sounding like I'm Thailand.
It's a
or
racist
something,
caricature
Yeah,
is what it ends up becoming, Jay
I
Stevens.
guess it
It's
is,
just
man.
well, you shouldn't do them.
I was trying to
Oh
be
my God,
Danish.
that's so funny. Anyway,
Even look at Tyler.
I
red on
know,
face.
so crazy. What's
welcome for my
favorite?
voices.
What's your favorite Eddie Murphy movie?
I mean, that one, the cop one, might be good. Trading Places, I think, was a banger too. And of course, his role in the Shrek movies. I mean,
Well, Donkey is iconic. I mean,
Iconic,
God,
dude.
so much money. And that was, oh my God! I bet they just those. Oh God, so much money. Trading Places, man. It's such a great movie.
was Trading Places first?
Supposedly, it was supposed to be prior,
right.
wasn't it?
Which made sense because that was his
Yeah.
idol guy for a while.
But he was obviously a little too volatile, which sucks. But yeah, I couldn't. I mean, I can't. I could see Richard Pryor in that role, but I couldn't imagine the same movie without Eddie being in that position.
No, not as good at all.
No.
Did they talk about Coming to America?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, oh,
Right,
yeah,
all of
yeah.
it.
That
Yeah,
was
Coming
probably.
to
I mean,
America
because
was just-
Coming to America is so. Again, it's still the thing about
Another
like
iconic
these movies that are just so iconic is they're still in the social lexicon. Now that meme culture is like a thing, there are like especially with Coming to America.
Oh, yeah.
There are. I saw one from the bath washing scene in the beginning where they're washing him, and they're like the royal bleep is clean, like it was used in a meme in a NFL subreddit like today. So my point is that movie is 30 plus years old,
Holds up,
right?
though.
So for 40 years now, It says something for you to make or be part of something where it is still in a more, not just that, multiple things that you've done are in the social lexicon and it's still like relevant. You know what I mean? It just, I think
Motley
that's.
Crue. Yeah.
I thought for a second there you
Yeah,
were going
you
to say,
knew I was
I thought you were going to say
you-
Monty
you
Python
knew I
or
was
something.
going Motley
I was
Crue.
going to be like, Monty
You knew I
Python,
was
really?
going Motley
You like
Crue, baby.
Monty Python? And now for something completely different. Yeah. So anyway, I would say probably Trading Places. Coming to America is a close
But
second.
I think from what I remember, for some reason, it just Trading Places was where I first. I don't know. I had to come before Beverly Hills Cop, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That was where I was first. Oh man, this dude is funny. And
Yeah.
then of course his stand-up special. That's where there's
Yeah.
a mic drop for the world, right?
Yeah,
there.
and I thought it was funny that I don't know if when he's talking about being a grandpa and wearing that suit, he could probably still rock it.
Yeah, he's got a big family too and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
huge.
great, man.
And that's why he's got the
ex-wife.
big house, big family, big house. Got to have big house.
Even after having an ex-wife, you still have that big of a house. That you really got money because she got
Dude,
a house that big too. probably.
Again, it's like just the Shrek franchise by itself would make you. That's generational wealth. Like just being a part of how many they have now, 4 or 5. That. It's insane. That kind of money is like we'll never know what that is, but he's not just part of that. He's a part of so many different Again, he like you said is as far as crossover. I wouldn't. It would be hard to argue that he's not the one. For real.
Yeah, that's what I didn't really realize it till I watched this, but he was the one.
You don't really get it. You never really think of it, but
No,
it's
because
yeah.
guys like me and you, we don't really see color like it's like
I'm gonna let him say that.
Yeah,
My
we
wife.
don't. We're like
well, I know, but I just,
but
it's better to
Hollywood
it's
at
better
that
to be
time,
left unsaid.
But
is what I'm saying.
Hollywood in the '80s, I think it seemed like there was
Oh,
probably
of course,
some
yeah. But I mean,
hesitation
you
there.
had guys that were already leading roles leading into that, but it just never was like
not
at
like
the level
the star,
what that was.
the epic.
You could just knew you were going to sell butts and seats with that on the marquee. So anyway, we come back. We'll give it our review next. It's Dark Side of the Stream on 104.7 The Cave.
Dark side of the stream, Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens, watching documentaries so you don't have to. 104.7 The Cave.
Jay Stevens, Mike the Intern, Dark Side of the Stream, episode 257. Jay's pick this week was Being Eddie.
Yeah. I give it 4.5, 5 stars. I feel like
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I
Easy.
learned something. Well, there was no twist in it, so maybe I'll deduct a half a star for no twist. But learn something, and he seems like a very chill person, which is weird because his characters are so over the top. You know,
again, like I think obviously it has a lot to do with the amount of money the guy has, because it's you know, I'm sure Netflix probably paid a lot of money for this thing too. So you know, that would get it, even at our level, when you're doing good, you kind of feel a little bit peaceful because you don't have to worry about, how do I make this? I got this. How's that going to work? How am I going to flip this? How am I going to flip that?
I know.
How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? I know that I said last time we're going to do a new movie, like a movie you hadn't seen.
About not doing documentaries.
But I can't pass over the fact that the Beatles anthology just got released, and you got it on
Disney
Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yeah. Did you see it when it came out? When it came out in the 90s?
No.
You never watched it?
No, I don't think so.
So it came out in it was 95.
90s
so
was
where
dark period for me,
were you in
baby.
95, buddy?
90s was dark
Where were you
period
in
for me.
95?
Living in L.A.
Yeah.
Living in L.A. Yeah.
95. Grunge era, Jay.
era, Jay.
Yeah, grunge era, Jay. Well, I was, 13 years old, and that was really when it just Beatles homered me hard.
Okay,
watching that on ABC and then going to buy the CDs.
I was Beatles fan from young.
Well, I was
kid.
too, but I'm talking about
Just
like
turned on
when
to
you
be
have
young.
your own journey into their music, and you're like, it's not just, oh, come together, I love this. Oh,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
Revolution, I
Not
love
just
this.
what your parents
it's
had.
like, oh, Sexy Sadie, that's a really cool song. I've never heard that before, or Julia, or any
Maxwell's
million other
Silver
reasons.
Hammer.
Yeah, 1,000 of them. So anyway, Beatles Anthology next week. Dark Side of the Stream. Watch us do this on Facebook every Thursday at 9 a.m. or on YouTube. You could also listen to it during that time of my show. Or Jay's show does it at 6 p.m. every Thursday, and again for free any day of the
Free.
week.
Unless you want to
on
go
our
fund me
104.7
us a
K-Dot.
house like Eddie Murphy, me and Mike will share it. It's big enough where you can have your own
We
wing.
have 5 families in that house easily, and you never see each other.
Bro,
Just lock doors. Don't go through
watch
this
the
door.
documentary just to see this dude's house.
I mean, he still won't talk about it. Either I'm Mike the Intern, that's Jay Stevens. We watch movies,
so you don't
have
have
to.
to.
It's Dark
Documentaries,
Side
you don't
of the
have to. I
Stream on
slipped on that
104.7
one
The
there. I was
Cave.
thinking about Eddie Murphy's beauty.